One of the things we talked a lot about early on was the idea of kind of resetting, rejuvenation. Dwight, Sylvester Stallone's character, has very much been kind of frozen in time. And so if he thinks he's going to fit in where he fit in when he left, and he finds himself very much that he's not able to.
When Dwight gets out of jail, for a lot of the first episodes, he really is just wearing those 90s suits that were his old things. But I love the staying monochromatic and have a big contrast. You know, he's going to stand out in this very kind of desert palette. Making sure the fish out of water happened. Tyson style, well, he is an Oklahoman. And also he's got such grace and such style with the mismatched prints, which is also fun because design always ends up having some little language that you have to stick to, which is very grounding to know these are Dwight kind of things, those are Tyson kind of things.
Dwight, he has to kind of reinvent himself. So the idea of kind of reinvention and repurposing and how that relates to New York and how that relates to the Midwest and those two things, how they have those similarities. New York's very dense. We try to use a darker, deeper color palette there.
For Oklahoma, we went for a warm color palette, neutrals, browns, warm umbers, that kind of stuff. And then the tricky part is
trying to find locations that are the visual representation of that. A gas station that's been repurposed as something else, whether it's a diner or in our case, we use it as a dispensary. You could kind of see the shape of the building, but it was pretty abstract because we didn't really know when we start opening things up like what it was going to lend itself to. They have a lot of glass brick that they use here in Oklahoma, which I really like. We did a really nice green automotive finish on that, so there's some of that in the windows and the wrapping around that building, and I'm really proud of that set. Approach to Bread to Buck was find a balance between a space that was large enough to work in, large enough to have depth and some scope, but also show that it was not doing as well as it possibly could, and also show, and to that point, show that it had once kind of had a heyday.
basically with the bar, it was just trying to make something feel truly believable. I really think that we got there, especially if you stand behind the back bar or if you look at the back bar and all the details. Just wanted to make it feel truly real, and it's like that, those kind of ugly pieces of realism are what brings the set to life. In Dwight's suite, we chose the Art Deco stylings of the Mayo and keeping the outside architectural detailings of the windows. We were able to make our own suite.
I opened up the lines of sight and the pathways between rooms and that sort of thing to make it more shootable and to make it a little more camera friendly.
We wanted to bring in Art Deco elements into Dwight's suite while still making it like a modern, luxurious place. Our world is so big, and it's getting bigger every episode.
I kept my mouth shut for 25 years.
I don't know what you're expecting now that you're back.
I'm expecting adequate compensation.
Tulsa.
What's Tulsa?
I want you to go there. The horse race, the springboard mile. There's nobody doing nothing. You can do whatever you want.
Not exactly the welcome I was expecting.
Name's Tyson. Welcome to Tulsa.
$2 grand a week. You drive for me now. What crew runs this neighborhood?
No crew up in here. We're in the middle of nowhere.
What'll it be?
I assume you don't have a Chianti.
You assume correctly.
I wouldn't have pegged you as the Boy Scout.
Why not? This wasn't necessary. What is that place?
It's a dispensary. Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's taking a break. This is how it's gonna work. I'll protect you from the gangs
What gangs?
and the law.
This is legal.
You gotta know your risk.
There was no risk until you came along.
Ever heard of Black McAdam? It's a motorcycle gang.
You're overplaying your hand. When I play my hand, you won't see it coming.
Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
This situation is not going to be controllable for much longer.
You got a pretty good appetite for someone who was just shot at.
If I stopped eating every time somebody tried to hurt me, I'd be a skeleton. I want to be upfront with you. It could get ugly.
This me were in the mafia.
Nah, there's no such a thing.
Is this a one-off or one of many?
Too soon to tell.